Hello and welcome back to Coffee Infused Crypto. Today we're having a jam-packed episode as well. A lot of updates, so make sure to stick to the end. We're gonna discuss all the market updates, go back through what we discussed earlier, and if you'll find these content or this type of content educational and informative and you're supporting it, thank you so much. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. All we're trying to do is spread awareness and keep you updated on daily basis. So to start with, we're always looking at the USDC. As we said yesterday, if you watched our yesterday's video, then we said that this might not end up to be as bad as it sounds, and it might also be a blessing in disguise, and I will explain why soon. But if we can see, after we got the pack to down to 88 cents on the dollar, we're back up to 97 cents, and today we just after good news from Circle, confident news, and some positive as well, like running business as usual tweets from them. Market kind of regulated a bit, but everyone's waiting for tomorrow to see the updates with the SVB bank and all of that. But at the end of the day, I think this will most probably go back to normal, but we have to wait and see. As for the USDC update, that's all. We're gonna jump right into the charts. And now, guys, do you remember this chart when we discussed the lower high, RA high, and we drew this orange box? Do you remember this chart? Do you remember this chart when we discussed this downward sloping support now and said it's very normal for us to retest it? And yeah, look at this. Do you remember this chart when we spoke about the bull and bear, bull market support band, and the 200-day moving average? I mean, look at this. Straight to the dollar, and now we're rebounding back of those areas. It is all over. What is all over? You know, in the markets, you need to have a conviction, and that needs to be based on not news, not uncertainty, and not fear. Definitely. You need to have some sort of a conviction and a plan and work accordingly. So, our conviction and my conviction was to be supported around this area, and I'm gonna explain why. But before, stick around. Today, in a couple of hours, we are monitoring the dollar index. Ended the week on a dump, and a new candle will be opened in a couple of hours here. And this will dictate how the week is gonna go for the future, for the next week in the markets. So this is very important to look at. The traditional market ended in a red candle as well. So we're keeping an eye on both of those in a couple of hours. But as of today, Bitcoin has done this. The 200-day moving average, this is a 4-hourly chart, 200-day moving average, and we just got supported to the dollar. Again, this we have spoken about 2 days ago in our video, and I will link it here in the top corner to watch it again if you haven't. We created this triangle and we just broke above it. I mean, like, very while I'm preparing this video was breaking, and this is like we're going back up, textbook. But why did I have such a faith in this trend line, the Y trend line, this trend line? Why did this trend line, why did I have faith in the 200-day moving average? Look at this, guys. This is Bitcoin's chart. Okay, this is a clean chart, and I want you to see the same thing that I am seeing. This is the chart, and this is the, let's start from here. This is the 100-week moving average, and this is the 200-week moving average. This is the 300, and this is the 400. I want you to take a look at this. So we're on the weekly. These are the moving averages. If you notice back in history, this is the COVID crash touched the 300-week moving average. That's in recent times, right? Before our dip here and our crash here. So this was one time we dipped into it and pulled back all the way up to the 200, and then, we broke the 100, and then we had our bull run, right? The previous before that, we tipped into the 200. We didn't even reach the 300. So, and then went back above the 100 and did our local high here. Before that, let's go back. This is the second time that we didn't even reach the 300 week moving average, and this was at the very bottom of this bear market, and then 200, 100, and the rest is history. So why my convictions were so strong in us getting a support around this area? If you've noticed, the orange line, the same line we just got supported on here. So this is the 200, this is the bull and bear market support band, right? So this is the 21-day exponential and the 200-day moving average, which is the same at the same time, the orange line here, which is the 300 week SMA. So if we notice here, it's only twice in history that we tipped the 300 week SMA. And recently, I mean, it's not easy to reach to that level. And recently, we've had our share of trading below it. So this is not like a swing trade where it goes up and down, crossing it every now and then. This is a one in a couple of years event, and we've had our share in dipping below it for the first time and trading below it for the first time in history. So odds and probabilities of us going back again below it, this is not an easy level to break in either direction. So my conviction was that our support would be, this would be a strong support for us. It's not like we're gonna tip. And two banks crashed and a lot of FUD in the market. And we've seen like the six axis of fear the last week we had. So yeah, that was one of the all of those combined didn't break this. If we light on the chart and look at this, guys. So look at this pattern and let's analyze it together. This was the break in the last bear market, tip to the 300 week, and let me zoom in on this one so that you can see. There you go. Tipped below it, touched the 300, and then all the way back, parabolically above it. The second time, this is when we never reached the 300, broke up here. This is another triangular shape here. Tipped the 300, broke back up, support of this triangle, and the rest is history. Recently, this is a triangle, the same formation almost. Tipped below 300, came back, retest this triangle, came back, retest this triangle, followed by the 300 here. 300 was below because the weekly averages will take a lot of time to form. If you can see that this is the 400 week moving average, it's just not enough data. So, and again here we tipped the 300, the event that happened here barely tipped, supported by this support line, which usually is very strong. So this level in particular was not something easy to break. Worst case scenario, we said we have the lower band or the legacy trend line, which is in white here, which is supporting us all the way. We didn't even come anywhere near that. So now the Bitcoin is rebounding from this area and moving all the way up again, retesting the 200 week simple moving average. So my convictions was based on this macro Bitcoin triangle, with taking in mind that this is how previous week ended for the dollar index. So this wasn't an easy task to break. I mean, We've had a lot of fear here, and we did the below it, but it's not like a zone where we jump over and under that often. We might break it. We don't know the news tomorrow. We don't know what might happen tomorrow. What would crash maybe if USDC failed, or for example, one of the things that might crash us down. But this is not an easy. I mean, 6 axes of fear last week, and we still held our level. So good job if you traded, or if you held your positions, or if you opened your positions around this area, and around our, our support coming all the way from our all-time high, recent all-time high. So if our convictions, or if you had this conviction alongside with me and you've held to it, then give yourself a tap on the shoulder, have a warm cup of coffee, of course, as always. Enjoy it, enjoy it, linger, and enjoy this rebound. So again, we're not out of the waters yet. This is not over yet, but always remember, at the bottoms of every bear market, I am gonna repeat it again, bottoms of every bear market, we tend to have those wicks. And by wicks, let's just measure this move here. Let's just take this move. This resembles our current move at the moment. So let's drag this one. Let's drag it all the way up. Let's put it or align it here. And let's see. So one of the options was, imagine this wick was 1 week wick, right? This was a 1 week candle, 1 wick candle. So this would have been a bearish move to say, for 1 week, and then look at the parabolic run. So people who are expecting to, Bitcoin to dip even lower to those lower levels, this is one example. This 1 week represents the lower levels. So this would have been a bear case scenario. And if we want to just put a line here to hit $14,300, this would have hit in a matter of a couple of days, alongside supported with our 400-week moving average, and then bounce back instantly. So people who would have been able to buy here are very, very few. That is if we failed. And guess what, guys? So far, we haven't. So for all the bears out there, I'm sorry, we haven't this time. Maybe tomorrow you would win, but for today, we rebounded perfectly here, and we might be doing something like this move, for example. Never get back down, never get back down, and never get back down. And maybe go back all the way up, or maybe just go sideways for a while now. But again, always remember, macro vision, we're at the very end of a bear market, maybe, potentially, and as the bull market support band suggests, that we have crossed it. And guess what, guys? As we speak, we just rebound back from the lower part of the bull market support band. Let's remove all the drawings. Let's remove the moving average. And there you go. We've just rebounded all the way back from the lower band, and this is the 4 hours. There you go. So this is the lower band. This is the upper band. And here we are. It can't get any more beautiful than this. Anyways, guys, that was everything for today. This is the market update. Always keep an eye on the opening of the market in a couple of hours. DXY, S&P 500, traditional market, and USDC and Circle by tomorrow morning. And let's keep, I'll keep you posted on all of the updates. Have your warm coffee, enjoy it, and enjoy the market. This was an amazing opportunity to buy in, and in our route to our previously mentioned targets. We're still on track. We're still happy. Stay safe. Stay crypto. See you tomorrow.